High tension. U.S. deploys deadly hunter drones as Beijing intensifies war drills in South China Sea. U.S. military chiefs have deployed their most advanced armed drones in the South China Sea in response to increasingly hostile exercises by China in the troubled region. Pentagon officials said hunter-killer MQ-9 Reapers, which have so far been used to battle insurgents in Iraq, Afghanistan and Africa, are now being reprogrammed for maritime operations in Southeast Asia. Beijing said it had lodged stern representations with the U.S. An MQ-9 Reaper was used earlier this year in the killing of top Iranian commander Major General Qasem Soleimani in Baghdad last January. Analysts said the deadly drone had a 40-hour endurance with a maximum altitude of 40,000 feet. Its payload capacity, including air-to-surface missile and laser-guided bombs, is up to 2.5 tons. But security experts in Beijing have dismissed the U.S. move, telling the state-owned newspaper The Global Times stated the MQ-9 is not a serious challenge for China. Chinese military aviation expert Fu Qianshao said the drone does not possess stealth capabilities and flies at a low speed and low ceiling, which makes it an easy target for ground-to-air missiles. He claimed armed spy planes such as the MQ-9 can only be deployed when against smaller nations with less developed armed forces that do not have adequate air defense capabilities, and said many U.S. drones had been shot down in similar missions. MQ-9 Reaper deployments comes as China has carried out 5 separate military exercises simultaneously along different parts of its coast, marking the second time in 2 months it will have concurrent drills against the backdrop of soaring tensions in the region. The country's Maritime Safety Administration said 2 of the exercises were being held near the Paracel Islands in the disputed South China Sea, 1 in the East China Sea, and 1 further north in the Bohai Sea. Drills including live fire exercises in the southern part of the Yellow Sea were scheduled to conclude today. All ships are prohibited from entering the area during the exercises. China holds military drills periodically to train and maintain a combat-ready military force, but rarely do multiple exercises happen at the same time. Last month, China announced 4 separate exercises, from the Bohai Sea to the East and Yellow Seas and down to the disputed South China Sea, in what Chinese military experts said was a rare arrangement of drills. Relations between China and the U.S. have gone from bad to worse in recent months on a wide variety of issues, including the treatment of Taiwan, the coronavirus pandemic, trade deals and alleged human rights abuses. Donald Trump repeated his claim that China was to blame for COVID-19 during last night's presidential debate with Democratic rival Joe Biden. China has been holding frequent military activities near Chinese-claimed Taiwan and has taken the unusual step of declaring that such drills are directed at Taiwan. The South China Sea is one of the busiest waterways in the world, with trillions of dollars worth of trade passing through it each year. Some analysts estimate China lays claim to as much as 90% of the South China Sea, including a number of islands and reefs. Washington has warned China's militarization of the area threatens trade. Meanwhile, U.S. Navy aircraft and ships with the Reagan Carrier Strike Group conducted an air power demonstration over the Philippine Sea Tuesday that came hard on the heels of a war of words between Washington and Beijing. The demo, conducted by the Reagan CSG and its embarked carrier Air Wing 5, featured formation flybys, high-speed aerial turns, rocket chutes and a 5-inch gun chute from guided missile cruiser Antietam. Antietam took part less than a week after sustaining a small fire that resulted in minor injuries for 13 sailors. The air power demo also came less than a week after the Reagan CSG joined forces September 25 with the amphibious assault ship America and its Expeditionary Strike Group, including the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit, in the Philippine Sea September 25, to conduct U.S. 7th Fleet operations in support of a free and open Indo-Pacific. Exercise Valiant Shield included about 100 aircraft and 11,000 personnel from the Navy, Air Force, Army and Marine Corps. Expeditionary Strike Force operations provide us an opportunity to build a team of teams to execute and enhance command and control of integrated forces in a complex maritime environment, said Rear Admiral Fred Catcher, Commander, Expeditionary Strike Group 7. Combining Navy and Marine Corps capabilities of the America Expeditionary Strike Group with the air power of this superbly led carrier strike group creates a more lethal and flexible force than either of our strike groups could ever be alone. The two large operations add to the continuing messages to China that the U.S. is determined to preserve the freedom of the seas, including freedom of navigation operations in the South China Sea, and to support allies in the region in the face of Chinese aggression. Recently, Chinese warplanes violated the median line across the narrow strait that separates the mainland from Taiwan almost 40 times, inflaming tensions in East Asia. The repeated incursions on September 18 and 19 came from multiple directions and involved a combination of sophisticated fighter jets and heavy bombers. China's man-made islands atop atolls into the South China Sea, and its claims of a wide swath of the sea as its own, have been a source of friction for years. In response, the U.S. has carried out a series of freedom on navigation operations near those islands. On Sunday, State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus accused China of pursuing a reckless and provocative militarization of disputed outposts in the South China Sea's Spratly Islands, adding that China's ruling Communist Party does not honor its words or commitments. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Wang Wenbin responded Monday by saying U.S. military actions have made it the biggest threat to the peace and stability of the South China Sea. The Chinese government has sought to legitimize its claims to territory in the South China Sea since 2009, according to a report published in January by the RAND Corps. Strategies have included buildup of military forces, construction of outposts in the Spratly and Paracel Islands, and increased patrolling in the area. China has yet to permanently deploy forces to its forward-located bases in the South China Sea. But given the breathless advances in Chinese militarization of the SCS over the last 9 years, doing so seems inevitable and raises concerns amongst senior U.S. military leaders. Wang said China is entitled to proceed as it sees fit on the South China Sea islands, especially when it comes to exercising its right to self-defense. Infrastructure on the islands also benefits the world, he said. The international community and regional countries must be highly vigilant and resolutely oppose the sinister plot of some U.S. warmongers to sow chaos in the South China Sea and East Asia.